13 years, I was addicted to heroin and crack cocaine. How I fell into that addiction was through meeting an abusive partner. My life back then took a downward spiral, and so to fund an enormous £200 a day habit, I shoplifted, which I saw as a victimless crime. Throughout the 13 years of addiction, there was always somebody who was memorable. There was always that one support worker or one key worker that I always remembered. And what made me remember those significant people was their attitude towards somebody who was broken. They clearly had a non-judgmental approach. They were caring, it was heartfelt, and it made a massive difference. The fact that I carried on taking drugs, it didn't mean that I didn't take on board what was said. I just didn't feel that I could. Because when a person is broken and vulnerable, the only voice that they hear is that inner voice that says, you can't do it, you're not worth it. And so it drowns out the other voices. But something magical happened to this broken woman. In 2011, I was released from prison and I walked into a supported accommodation. I went to bed that night, and when I woke up the next day, the memory, the bondage, the chains of addiction had completely fallen away. Yes, I was called a miracle. Everybody said it's got to be a miracle because the drug addiction, the drug addict, the broken woman, the abused woman, she disappeared. And out came the real me, the real Amanda. The journey from there wasn't easy because now I had to rebuild my life. And I had genuine support around me. I had other people that was on the journey, the same journey that I was on. And there was days that I cried, that I pulled my hair out, I was frustrated, and there was days that I was happy and felt fulfilled. But throughout all of those days, I learned to be a support worker. I'd done volunteering. I came across some very challenging circumstances, but learning how to overcome them was always the lesson that I was looking for. How do I overcome this? I went from being a volunteer to a paid support worker, where I'd learnt the role of how to support other service users that were vulnerable. I went from being a support worker to a housing support manager. After many years of doing that, I then became a contractor. And then in 2019, I had the idea that now that I've tread the path, I can go back and I can correct a lot of things that I saw that were missing. I can add value to people's lives where I know I'll be remembered just like I remembered those key workers and support workers that worked with me. So in 2019, I sat down with a really good friend of mine and we got together and we came up with a company called Redflag Wellbeing. Redflag is an acronym for Responsive Empowering Direction for Ladies and Gentlemen, and that is exactly what we do. Nothing added, nothing taken away. We empower people, and how we do it is we offer well-being and prevent packages. When I say prevent, it's the safeguarding. There are 6 principles to safeguarding, and that's exactly what we do, no more, no less. And we also offer that alongside well-being.